Welcome, VOD enjoyers! So, this is a list of all the games we've been watching the last few weeks, or that I have linked in various YouTube videos for you to watch. We will today go on with Losers Round 2 before we dive into Winners Round 3, which half of it I have already casted live, so that will just be one series of Crisis vs. Deimos. For now, in the versus packs, Idilla and all the others you can see in round 2, all best of 3. And hey Venji, now one song while set everything up.
I see boys of green, red war trucks too. Humies go boom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world! I see marines of blue and pikes of white. Those beaky boys, they sure know how to fight. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world! Our storm boys and death copters, so orky in the sky, blast away the faces of humies going by. I see kids dying and saying, what do we do? And they's all saying, oh, I'm through. I hear pansies cry, I watch them explode. They'll fight no more, 'cause they was too slow. Then I think to myself, what a wonderful world! Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world! Oh, yeah!
So as usual, something was missing. I forgot that I still need to download that game 1 of PAX vs. Inakura. But now it should be there, so there it is. Let's go. Sarah's Palace. Pretty good elder map, I would say. Much open ground in the middles favors and choke points favors shuriken play, while pretty elongated outer regions, which helps with gate play. We do have packs on his main Chaos Lord, signature move, and in it on the Warp Spider Exarch, seemingly focusing requisition. If Ine comes in later, I really want to know what the idea is here. I mean, yes, you want to deprive Chaos from requisition. That's generally a very good tactic to just decap requisition points. But where's the point in capping itself then? Especially if you're not going for early second Guardian. but do actually note your power. So I would expect the double gens right about now when he's not currently busy microing his guardians. What? Is this a double Banshee build? Or, well, okay, he's just late. That's fine. Banshees actually do go in on the Chaos Lord, but seeing the CSM, he knows he has to concede the middle while he automatically wins the sides. Guardians already are faster than Heretics, so if he focuses micro-wise on this side, Heretics can't do much. And the Warp Spider can just teleport away and bleed them. Wasn't able to bleed them yet, even though he did do a lot of damage. So the CSM go to the Guardian side. Already led one model and now failed to take cover properly. Warp Spider tries to put some chip into the Chaos Lord, while the Banshees now try to help their Guardians. Bleeding one Heretic, one Banshee goes down 2 though. Another Heretic was Doom Blasted. 2 Heretics for 2 Banshees, not a good trade. I don't know really what... I mean, it's not a favorable fight, but I guess at some point you have to fight some to not concede too much map. If he didn't fight that with the Banshees, I mean, I guess he could have waited for the Rangers. Would have still been better in power defense. But that may have wiped the Guardians, so there's a drawback to everything. Shuriken after Rangers. And Zombie Flamer. No... okay. There's an AC, but no grenades, interestingly. Another Guardian goes down. I think that's Kafex, who likes his Heretic grenade launches against Eldar, and you can't really blame him. It absolutely rapes Guardians. Is obviously good against Shurikens. Not bad against long rifle rangers. Melee rangers can 1v1. Oh, this could be a dead Heretic. Very interesting, very lucky special, but the AC goes, gets away. One more hit and he could have been dead. He just didn't get the hit in. That's not a shot blocker, so these Banshees can't really stay in. Shuriken melee with the ticks. The damage, as always, is very high on Heretics. Pax has a lot of map with a 3-unit build. He somehow always manages that. These CSM, I don't think they want to stay.
Our forces shall have tools for their task.
So In is bleeding quite a few VPs. Bleed already. One model does die. 2 in the end, so he can be happy now. Finally, says Pax. Oh, he does go for some grenade launchers, but with an AC. So that way they can... interesting. Ah, nice faking. Really like that. Successfully forces off the Banshees before he has to go.
Adding warp generator.
Against scout snipers, you don't want the AC, because they will bleed one model with one shot anyways. With rangers, could be a different story. Probably is a different story. And on his 3-unit build, he does have a lot of gens pretty early, so he can certainly afford a couple of upgrades. Eternal Wars in 2. And he's way ahead to tier 2. Greetings, Mickey. It's Tourney again. It do be Tourney. Losers bracket second round. Game 1 of this series. And I got some map back. You would expect with 4 units against 3. But as already noted, it's quite behind on the tech race, and there's the typical packs, bloodletters coming in. Yeah, packs did the usual, which makes me wonder why Inner thought this is the build to engage it, to counter it. I would have thought double guardians, but what the hell do I know? I guess you can't really make Warp Spider tanky melee hero, because otherwise 3-unit and investing in hero is always nice against chaos, or works at least. Why would you need the setup though? I mean, it's a good map for setup, don't get me wrong. But it's an even better map for grenade launchers, so... It would scale better tier 2, and it would also help a lot in tier 1.0.
We are losing a requisition point to the enemy.
Well, I was told the best thing against AC ticks is to kinetic shot into plasma grenade, and with 2 GUs you have double plasma grenade. But yes, it's obviously harder to control them than with the shuriken, but you could argue that the shuriken basically gives free grenade launcher. So, not sure. Yeah, one AC tick can be controlled by banshees. Like, one banshee shout into plasma grenade and the other one kinetic into plasma grenade, right? So you could theoretically control 2 AC ticks with no shuriken if you are a micro god. Hey Piano. What do you say? Do you agree with Innes' build here? Knowing that packs would do the usual packs.
Deploying shuriken cannon. One of our generators is under attack.
No Bloodletter died that day. And the Chaos Lord has the Armor of Inferno now. What? Well, I guess he could still get the blades and some kind of tanky armor to... he always did this. He always went double heretics into bloodletters. That's typical packs. Okay, I can possibly read the chat and cast the game. Sorry. 2 snipers to make 1 setup team work. Possibly. But you can't really go 5 unit tier 1 against the 3 unit
The enemy has 300
chaos.
points remaining.
Well, you can, but then you really need to bash him. Okay, why isn't he just like go melee them and you're fine? But I guess you could just shoot them and out repair a lot of the damage. That works too. I guess go melee them could somewhat backfire because Corn Worship exists and Plague Marines get so fucking good with Corn Worship. There we are. Okay, Grafnate is the plan. Yeah, I think Grafnate can control Plague Marines quite well. Yeah. Just stand there, shoot them, and repair. If he had double guardians, he could just legit stand there, get repaired, and outshoot the Plague Marines with full HP Waste Lord.
Our forces shall have tools for their task. We have 300 points remaining. Adding warp generator.
Now is the time.
Yeah,
Using this, I shall
Pax likes his dreadnoughts too. Yeah. Not quite sure why he would duel the Chaos Lord there when he could also go and try and bleed the Chaos. Marine model. The Armor of Inferno can certainly deal with a setup team. But I guess now there's no AV for Inner really. And he can't just go melee the Dreadnought with Plague Marines in the back.
We have lost the structure to the enemy.
Another voice joins our chorus.
So, I guess Brightlands now. Yeah, there's the Brightlands.
Prepare to lead your sisters. Know our heroes.
The Warp Spider trying to bleed even more heretics. It's really this with the bloodletters in the back.
Temple Exile leads us.
Oof. Big oof. Can't really go in on it, and you can't really win the ranged fight against it. Which you kinda could with double guardians, but not this way. I guess with the Autarch, Banshees are way better now. Bloodletters. Force of the Shuriken. But Banshees and Autarch. Force of the Plagues. And now this Dreadnought has problems if Innis units don't block each other all the time. What do you mean? Sacrifice letters is always the plan for Pax. Autarch should, yeah, jump and then go for the CSM. Nice. Banshee should be able, with that buff, to finish off. Maybe that the Galaxy Burn can save? But he isn't even... Oh, he's late on that. If he did it a little earlier, that could have actually saved him. That. Warp Spider, meanwhile, died to heretics, I guess, in melee. Because Inno was busy microing that army versus zombie fight. That could be a dead Chaos Lord. Nope, Autarch just goes for the plagues, which is nice too, but these bloodletters tear her apart. Good plasma grenade before the retreat makes the Waste Lord get out of Plague Marine range, while the Rangers try to bleed. Some more heretics, and the Brightlands just caps Just walk in and grenade them. Why not? And now, yeah. Where's the repair squad? There. Didn't even go for Warlock. This is going dangerously close, yeah. Level 2 for the Waste Lord helps though. More regeneration, more HP, more everything.
We are losing a victory.
Orks is now on capping duty.
Isha smiles on us. The requisition point is ours.
How much damage does a right lance do to units and buildings? I wonder. If it has its unfocused beam or whatever that is. The anti-infantry thingy. Scorch beam, I think it is. Not a fire prison. Stupid foo-foo.
We must arm for even crueler warfare.
Isn't it sad that the Orks, even buffing herself, can't one-shot fucking heretic models? These heretics are level 2, maybe that's the reason. Otherwise, I would assume she would. Okay.
The enemy has me in melee. The Chaos Lord comes for us.
Doesn't get a second hit in with a Waste Lord. Could have been a dead Chaos Lord if he did, and if he teleported with a Warp Spider to get another Power Blade hit in. Didn't though. So look at that power, man. Chaos absolutely. I mean, that's 2 dreadnoughts now, and he floats ungodly amounts of power. It's just bashing Chaos into 2 is completely useless.
We have 100 points remaining.
Max playing the map, pretty good as usual. That's how he usually gets me. I have no map control against that fucker. I mean, somehow, even with 3 units in tier 1, Exarch goes down. He can control that map so well. Right lance being forced off, but the PCs are away too, so there's no reason to retreat the Waste Lord yet. Apart from the Hackbot, obviously. So now Warp Spider doesn't lose to Heretics anymore. Will he get a melee kill though? Nice. Otto coming in, and this could actually be a dead Heretics. But no, it's not going for it for some reason. Right lance back, where Banshees are coming, so they will certainly have to deal with a Bloodletters that teleport in. Pax just going for it, trying to buy time, because he has 1 VP and this is useless. Holy shit. Just trying to get that VP, but he can't. But he's winning the fight, and then he can, yeah, he can now cap. Banshees do not kill these plagues fast enough. Ooh, the repair actually made the Waste Lord, and his level 2, made the Waste Lord win the duel against the Hackbot. Even under Plague Marine fire, I guess the Plague Marines couldn't really fire. at all. Wow! Couldn't really fire at all because the Banshees were on them. On the other hand, the Autark can't cap, does need to deal with the CSM. We have a 1 cap by Pax, which is this one, and the Autark fucks the hell off. This is Pax game. In a casually complaining about chaos economy. Good game. I really think most of this broke within his tier 1.0 build. So 1-0 for Pax. Off to game 2. I guess beating me before this gave him a lot of confidence. So we could do this. Maybe with the Bloodletters being that annoying on the Shuriken, maybe Entangling Web would have been better than the Blades. No, Benji, you can't. Just so if they teleport in, if you instantly entangle them, maybe they can't even force melee on the Brightlands. But I don't know. Would be a lot of micro tags to be there. I mean, I guess you get the mark, you know they are coming, and then you just have your thing there. Okay, but there's no more CSM game. Basic strategic stuff. I'll try. I'll try in the next Chaos game. I'm not sure if there will be one. Maybe the third game of this series. Who knows? If there is a third game. Because no one knows. Another captain being extremely vocal. Shouting at me through all the map. So Warlock against Brother Captain. Let's see if it's the infamous 1111 build of the Automalius, or if we see a early
victory point is in my sight.
Warlock tried to harass, but saw the Brother Captain and was like, nope, no point in harassing him. Or if we will see the early interceptors, which also often happen against Eldar, yes, both on a 2 Unity 1.0 build, so that would be a 2-gen drop. Well, actually, I'm not sure. This is interceptors then, because if you want the perks into interceptors, you just drop 1-gen. So he already plans to go for the double interceptors on best timing, unless he sees something that would make him reconsider, like double banshees, for example, would be something that would make you reconsider the interceptors purchase and call for purgation. Rangers bought the banshees, but the banshees are nowhere here. Ooh, very good destructor. Actually bleeds a model at more than half HP. That is lucky as hell. How the hell did the Guardians put all their fire into that one model? How did they do it? That's amazing. It's just fucking amazing. So purgation in the end, after all, with plenty of power in excess. So weird, the second gen. Maybe he wasn't gunning for the timing and just prefers to be tier 2 that little bit earlier. Double ranger build it is by Inne, which is understandable in this map. Brother Captain wants to bleed 1 or 2 banshees before he runs. And he's successful with it. And he knows the perks are coming. Warlock saw them. How's he gonna react? Banshees and Rangers are elsewhere. The second Ranger could cloak in and melee them. Buy some time if the strikes aren't there, but the strikes are fucking there. And he drops the third gen. He's very sure he can defend this. I am not so sure. If you go for the timing push though, why not upgrade your units? Like, if you go for this kind of timing push and want to kill a couple of gens, I think he should have gone for tombs and especially for the sergeant here. Perks just idle because they lost their lead model and that fucked up their command. And he just gets 1 gen, loses 2 stormtroopers. And Inne still has most of the map. It is the 1-1-1-1 build, so each of every unit automatically has. Which is why I think he should have waited with his push and gone for map. Wait for the last unit to be there. Basically went with 4 units into 3. Not the best timing. Like, either go for the 1 gen build and do the timing push, or well, 1 gen build anyways, if you go for the 1-1-1-1. I don't know what that second gen was in the beginning. Very much disagree. And the Banshees and the 2 Rangers are making a home there now. Not a Guardian died. Trying to buy some time. Warlock can destruct into that blob. Will certainly hit something. Oh, they stay back. That's wise. Because a destruct on them could possibly bleed a model. Rangers rotate back to defend. I guess you can never play music, dude. I'm sorry. You can play music when I'm taking a break, go for a piss. Apart from that, I don't think it's a good thing. Well, let me disable that while we watch this Warlock running out of base. Yeah, that you can do. Interceptor coming in. Timely retreat. 1 Guardian model dies. With the interceptors in play, I do wonder a bit why he didn't go for the Merciless Witchblade, but I guess Cornus is even better here. Yes, wow, indeed. Purgation forced off though, so the bashing potential is limited to say the least. Yeah, I don't know. Cornus and Autark should be pretty nice in dealing with this combination. However, there is fleetness, so a Razorback doesn't have to fear too much from the Banshees. And it's Wraithguard. Okay. Wraithguard. Huh. So let's see. He goes for Librarian. Wraithguard not so hot. Razorback can be at least zoned. But there's interceptors. There is the corners.
Our enemies are besting us.
I still don't get it. I guess it can work with if the Banshees just zone. I mean counter engage, and you combo it with a shitload of kinetic blasts. ISTs go down to ranges. Yeah, capturing the target ended in failure. Indeed.
Retrieving armor. Builder witches claim a victory point.
Yeah. I mean, really, Librarian, even the Assassin, or a fucking Dreadnought would be better. But Rhino seems like about the worst pick here. I don't know. I guess he just got them against the fucking Rhino, but if you expect a Rhino, why not go for a Falcon? I don't get it. Someone explain the Wraithguard. Spirits here. Ah, yeah, I guess with the new spirits here, them being able to heal themselves, they are pretty good against these rhinos. I mean, the rhinos got less range and they now can heal themselves. So, and they are a good bashing tool, so that's something. They will obviously deal with perks if they upgrade, and perks as they are. So yeah. Yeah. And they just heal. Like you engage on them and they be like, okay, we're healing now. We can't fire our guns while in melee, so might as well heal. That was weird Razorback micro. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Autark. When Banshees and Autark are enough to deal with a melee, it's fine. Which is why I think he should have invested in either more melee to go in harder. Even Purgation, Purifiers, I don't know, but mostly feels like a Dreadnought, right? There's no Shuriken, so that would have forced some kind of AV. Yeah. Okay, the chat seems to agree Purifiers was the play. With their power melee, they would rip these Wraithguard apart. They would block any kind of abilities by the Banshees, and therefore the melee blob is not controlled by suppression. No plasma grenades can hit them nicely. Yeah. Purifiers, I guess that's it. Just go for the all-in melee blob. Yeah, that or Libby. Exactly. Well. Yeah, you can even block the fucking ethereal slash with purifiers. So that's something. I don't know. enough about this matchup. But the Wraith Guard made it interesting, certainly. Off to game 3 we go, and no chaos, sorry. So, Pax probably picked Orks, and Inne picked Tech Marine as a counter to that. Can't really explain myself this setup otherwise. I mean, you can play Orks into Tech Marine, but you certainly don't want it to be a fucking war boss. uh, uh, that seems like a shitty matchup. I mean, he bleeds you all game. Yeah, I know. That's what people say that mess up their Tech Marine game against Kanops. Kanops such a counter to Tech Marine. I've seen the games. I can't quite agree. Yeah, you don't want to shoot out with the Tech Marine. And he can even flee into the garrison if you try to melee him. Warboss on the side will now go for the tacticals because they pose the higher threat and buy as much time as he fucking can against these 3 units. He's just gonna go for the decap here. He knows everything but the Tech Marine is not here. Yeah. Canop counters everything, it's fine. Pax does his usual Fathom build. He really likes his 2-unit opener with a shit ton of gens into super early looters to defend the gens. And then into Stormboys he usually goes, which actually works just fine against Base Marines because they can't, if they don't beeline to your power with the tacticals and upgrade Flamer, they can't really bash you to punish you for it. And yeah, now there's a looter, so no way in pushing through that. Burners are in, trying to get to the power, which he counteracts. But the problem with this build is you're very immobile and basically rely on a tier 2 that isn't even that strong in the matchup, especially. So that's 4 boys down. We don't have the Mastercrafted Bolter yet, which I would very much suggest in the matchup. Also helps a little against the looters when you can snipe the lead model. So that's the play. Just use aiming towards that and set up looters. But he doesn't have anything yet to push into that, and for some reason he has very little echo because he went for a shit ton of upgrades, fully upgraded shooter boys and burners as well. I do agree on the burners. They are quite nice, especially for side lane sluggers. Yeah, he is 2 gens up. And the sluggers even force off the Devastators, so that was nice map movement. But really, I don't like the upgrades. I think Stormboys would have done better. I mean, what do you expect? It's either Assaults, where Stormboys are great, or it's Devastators, where Stormboys are great, and your Warboss, where Stormboys are great. So you would want that 4th unit before the upgrades, wouldn't you? And I don't really think the upgrades on the shooters were necessary. He could have just set up the looters here to cover all this ground and, well, get these points with the unupgraded shooters. He does now have the Mastercrafted Bolter to bleed those Orc models even harder. Stormboys go for the one unit they shouldn't go for, the fucking shotgun scouts. Absolutely ridiculous. They jumped them, look at the damage. They made like less than 40 damage. Please, don't. You jump the Devastators or you jump nothing at all. Or you jump the fucking Tacticals if they are suppressed, but apart from that you use the Stormboys for counter initiation, but there is not much to counter initiate on here because he went for the ranged build, which I agree with. You don't really want against the war boss. Devastator certainly is better than assaults. Sluggers can actually 1v1 that, no problem, because if there's a shotgun blast then there is no grenade. And as you can see, they don't really bleed. Scouts are not flame resist, so they can kite either, because sluggers actually have a nice charge. And you see, he lost 3 scout models then, only 1 slugger with burner died. Which is why sluggers with burners are pretty nice on the side lane against Space Marines, because they beat pretty much anything but the hero. Which the hero will show now. Please retreat soon. That bolter is no joke. He's gonna kill them in retreat. Devastator in the building, dealing with the Storm Boys. There we go. Shooty shoot shoot. And 17. Ah, he goes, shoots the looters instead. Okay, he went. Looters covered that retreat. He gets the point for the cost of 1 Storm Boy though. And here comes everything. Ooh, that, yeah. 1 scout for 1 looter, that's fine. And Tech Marine can't wait to do his master craftiness. With 2 shotguns in the back. Yeah, that's the counter to Storm Boys. Right click, move your units. They are so bad at chasing, the damage goes down a shit ton if you just move, which of course weapons teams can do if they're set up, so that's problematic. Perfect timing for the shotgun blast, keeps him in close proximity, so the shotguns do a lot of damage. No retreat nade though, so the warboss will get out, but he forced him off. Yeah, that's Orks. He's got so much power, but bled so much that he doesn't have a wreck to go to do. Yeah. I don't. Lucky snipe on the tactical model. And these scouts can, yeah, stay in there for too long, I was gonna say. What I do miss is that he's just using the looters for coverage. Like, just put them here, cover all this, and cloak them. And if something comes in to cap this, open up fire. Yes, that's what Tech Marine does. Kill a lot of fucking orcs. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, he's making it out. Making it out. 1 HP, literally. Oh my goodness. Level 3.5 Tech Marine, and not everyone is tier 2 yet. This Mastercrafted Bolter against Orks, I tell you. It's absolute. And he got the looter main model without even using the bolter shot. Ah, this hurts looking at. It really does. But hey, blind picking warboss and not not vetoing attack marine his own fault, I think. So goes for all the knobs in tier 2. But look at Innis Echo. I mean, yeah. Have fun with the AC. AC Dreadnought will finish this game easy. Lutus can't really deal with him with all the repair support that Dreadnought will have. Can't jump him with a double shotgun in the back. And the worst part is these shotguns, they can repair the Dread while tearing your Stormboys apart, so jumping him is no option. Going for the ranged fight is no option due to triple repair support, even quadruple if you count the global, so that AC that is coming is GG. I'm sorry, don't want to spoil anything, but this one's over. Already bled 2 of them boys with that AC. This is... Barash kinda misses. Oh my god, he actually goes to 3. What? I mean, yes. It's the best... Like, the only hope he has is countering this with knobs. Orks have nothing in tier 2 to counter this. So, what you gonna do?
The tide of battle turns toward the righteous.
I do be a fan of that tier 3 as well. Because, what, like, seriously, Tank Busters would bleed you even more dry. You can at least try to zone it a little with your looters. But ultimately this game was lost in tier 1, so why not bet it all on the tier 3 gamble? He should suppress these. Or did he use that already? Not sure. No, he didn't. See, he didn't. Level 4 Tech Marine. And he keeps leveling. That looters. And there's a looted tank. Dreadnought almost level 2 as well. Isn't even getting repaired. Like, fuck it. I mean, I guess you could have gambled on Power Claw Warboss, tying this thing up in melee, but I mean, you could Bomber Boy into the range blob and just send the Warboss to with a defense global to try and melee that with Power Claw, but no, the matchup isn't, well, yeah. The only way I think that you have against the Tech Marine to win as a Warboss is if you push hard to tier 1. And he did the opposite with his fast tech. So, yeah. If you push hard, go like 5 units, whatever, fuck it. Then maybe. And if you bash him then and keep up the pressure and keep the map, Because tier 1.0, like, usually you can't win tier 1.0 against Space Marines, right? As Orks. But with Warboss and against Tech Marine, Sluggers on the side lane can do very well. Melee win 1v1 against anything early. So you can just send Sluggers one side and Warboss with two shooters the other side. That can usually actually beat the army. And if you go for the double Sluggers then in one shooter, well, you send the Warboss to the tags, Sluggers to the Tech Marine, and shooters try, well, just give support fire or deal with scouts if there's some scouts. And on the other side, the sluggers will always win economically. So that way you actually win to 1.0 for once. And if you take that momentum and get a lot of map, and then in tier 1.5 have a good timing on your Storm Boys and actually push off his Devastator and bash him, that's how you can win. Like if you get the huge advantage tier 1, but it's not gonna happen if you go for a 2-unit. Well, sorry, no one cares. I know. Not gonna happen if you go for a 2-unit tier 1.0. All right. So Inner wins against Pax. Pax drops out of the tourney, and yeah, I don't know. I was finished anyways. Let's see, what was the next thing we were going with? We got Inner versus Pax in losers round 2, best of 3. So the next thing is Adilla versus Who Are You, Warrior? Let's see. This should be first game then. Looks like we're in for another 3-game series. Don't want to spoil. And we have another Chaos player, so if you are interested in Chaos, Chai, then here we go. Warrior Warrior is recently came from retail to join us in Elite.
There is a point worth taking.
Did a pretty good show in this first cup. Adilla on the Orks and he on the Chaos Lord. And this is a matchup where I actually know a little about. So you want the second shooter, which Adilla is not getting. And you want the 5-unit tier 1 as Orks, unless the enemy is going for a 3-unit Pax-like build. You always want the double heretics, because AC ticks are an absolute problem. It's not live, yeah, no. Yeah, you want the double heretics because heretics do amazing against Orks. The AC ticks are a real headache. Attila goes. Oh my god. How is he planning to defend that? And why is it only 2 gens? I mean, no, 2 gens is correct. Don't get me wrong. No, no, no. 2 gens is correct when you still go for the 4-unit tier 1. So especially against Chaos, it's a huge gamble because if these units pushed for power, they would be now bashing, and the AC would be coming in pretty much right now because he's got 25. So these sluggers would not be able to force off these 2 units. Heretics would have AC, and at least 2 gens would die. So the early AC timing, especially if you go for this kind of bash, there he is very strong. You can't really defend it with the looters here. So I really don't understand. The only way he could have defended this, in my opinion, would have been a quick electric armor, because that would have forced off the ticks, and then the sluggers could have dealt with the Chaos Space Marines. But he didn't, so the two gens are lost just like I said. See, I do have some experience in the matchup. Other heretics usually stay vanilla and just cap everything. I really don't get this. Like, the 2-unit tier 1.0 start on a map where the power is this open, and then not going for electric armor. What was he thinking? Like, there was bound to be AC ticks on his power, and he had nothing to do with that.
Your units fulfill your
And now the looters are getting blanked. So if you go this build, I personally would have preferred Stormboys into Painboy or Painboy into Stormboys, because Painboy, unlike the looters, would make the slugger so much better, while at the same time being able to tie up CSM for a long fucking time. Well, electric you don't really use in tier 2. In tier 2 what you do is spam death threats. So Piano just argued that that electric is shit in tier 2 because you insta-die to life drain from the Chaos Lord. But what you do in tier 2 is you get a death threat and then get the shield from the Mag Boy, the accessory, and then you don't really use the electric armor. What you use it for is you have 200 fucking extra HP. That means you can tie up the fucking Plague Marines for longer. And you just use his shield, which makes him tanky as well. So the damage reduction by the shield, together with electric armor extra HP, makes the Magboy pretty tanky and allows him to tie up those fucking Plague Marines for a long time. So your Death Dread can do work, or your Death Dreads. That would be my approach. He goes for Battery Pack though, which is the more safe and better scaling. But again, if Magboy becomes a Plague Marine tie-up machine in tier 2, that battery pack isn't doing that much anymore, I think. But, well, it is what it is. Another... yeah. Attempt on defending his palm. So yeah, Painboy into Stormboys or Stormboys into Painboy. Together with Electric, suddenly you have melee advantage, because he can't really go into melee brawl, because with electric armor as well, ACs die, the ticks die in droves, and Sluggers, Stormboys and the Painboy together will then just mop up everything else the Chaos has. But it's super risky to 1.0 with the 2 units, and I don't agree. I just do the same build with double shooters. Yeah, you do need Painboy. Painboy, if he puts 2 heals on himself, which he could, can actually 1v1 AC ticks if he doesn't get special too much. So he is just so fucking strong. Oh my god, that was a weird loss of the Chaos Lord. But I guess he kept the power, and he has the one on the other side, so he knows Adilla is not going to 2 anytime soon. He can super afford to lose his Chaos Lord now. Heretics make it out. And yeah, Raptors are a good choice since he went for the looters. I do like Noise Marines as well, because they just go so well with the heretics and their worship. They would counter the looters as well with the corn worship. Just A-move the looters. And since the moment the looters actually start dealing damage, because you come closer, you deactivate their guns with the noise marines, so it doesn't really matter at all. Yeah. But raptors are fine too. Especially with this, because raptors have a good synergy with the Harness of Rage. And this Chaos Lord is so fucking tanky, how the fuck did he die? Not being level 2 yet kinda hurts though. Could kill the weak. Is not using his halo for some reason. Now he is, right? Look at these raptors, just full energy after a jump, because Harness of Rage goes boom. And since he always has full energy, he never has to fear the looters, because he always has a jump ready. He actually focuses that Chaos Lord. I mean, with this setup, you need to focus everything but the Chaos Lord, really. Yes, it hurts with this combi bolter, but with this much investment, you can bleed a whole lot of models to make it worth. Yeah. Adilla did sneak bash, you're right, I'm sorry. Just the constant fighting on the power farm. And Adilla also got some map meanwhile. But look at the tier 2 timing. Laga's in retreat, but he did retreat in a timely manner.
Victory point secured.
Yeah.
Those who resist the dark gods, you are losing us a victory. Your units fulfill your command.
I mean, kinda helps.
Majesty grows.
Now that's not a Dreadnought at least finishing the game, so he gets a chance. He does get a chance to come back. And at this point, kinda think Noise Marines would have been better than the Raptors. Because with the Raptors he's always forced to go in. With the Noise Marines he could have just, you know, enjoyed his ranged superiority against that one shooter shooter squad.
Your units fulfill your command.
Yeah, I also thought it would be way more over. At least he brings out a dog. So that kind of forces the mech boy into the beamy, I guess. I wouldn't really... I guess he doesn't have the power when he wants a Death Dread. But does he want the Death Dread? So it's Death Dread and Busters. Or Busters and Dread. Blood sacrificed. Lettuce. It's a truck. Fuck me. So level 2 Mag, level 2 Chaos Lord, level 2 CSM. Shooters level 1, Sluggers level 2, Stormboys level 1 as well. Raptors level 2. And the Fighting Heretics are level 2 as well. So Chaos Army made it to level 2. All of it. And for the Orkies, it's just the Sluggers and the Mech Boy. Yeah, just fuck with the looters. He can even, I mean, if he made the doggo, he rotates it in a way that it attacks the knob. think he can just brute force this with the doggo if he worships. I mean, you have plenty of escape abilities. I think he's too defensive with the doggo here. Mac Boy is elsewhere and he knows it. Yes, he needs to expect the looters to be a beamy soon, but that thing doesn't slow, so he can still fucking charge it. It does if you triple ward, it does do 200 damage, so it can 3-tap the Blood Crusher, but it can't if once you worship. So yeah, he does have a bad read here. Pretty bad read. He has the advantage and doesn't push it at all. Goes for the AC, second AC in tier 2, which is very weird. If he got the AC on the Chaos Space Marines, I would super agree. But he didn't. He really didn't. Okay, please don't lose your Chaos Lord. Nice. Weird Bomber Boy. Didn't do much. Now the doggo can just clean house. He really wants the AC and the Eternal War on the CSM. Yes! In this instant I am betting against Adilla just for the fucking start he played. Such a greedy fucking start and it needs to be punished. Stupid Fathom builds. I mean, there's races where you can do that. Space Marines, Automalius. But Chaos? Eh. And if you do it, at least invest into the hero early so you can fucking defend your power. Two doggos now. That is a retail player. If I ever saw one. But why not? Why not? No upgrades on the CSM still. Pretty damn weird. Nice kiting. What do you mean, Daka buff? The sluggers? Oh, didn't see. Finally, there's AC. Oh no, that's Eternal fucking War. Oh, there's AC already. Alright, get it. Off to the fight. The two doggos will absolutely manhandle the Storm Boys, no problem. Nothing ties up the looters though. But between Beamy Mac and looters, there's a lot of AV in there, so he does have trouble keeping his shit alive. Does keep it alive though. Just kinda hard. Okay, get behind the shot blocker. Nice. No! So close. Okay, pull your fucking chainswords now. You will make it to level 3. It doesn't even use slaughter. He may have wiped them if he used slaughter there. But I think it doesn't spawn on cooldown, right? Like, it spawns on cooldown, so you have to wait. And I don't know how long the AC was out. So, not sure if they had slaughter there already. If they had, and he used it, and he drew the chainswords, then I think they could have wiped the sluggers. But it doesn't matter because VPs. So Adela lost it after all, but he had way more of a chance than all of us thought after that start. Sorry, he deserved that loss. Certainly. Good map movement from Varia in the beginning there. I like the one side CSM takes and the other side Chaos Lord and takes. This is exactly how you want to go. Yeah, PC was a good buy, but I think with a one shooter only, Bloodletters would have done pretty good as well. Don't you think? I mean, what would have stopped Bloodletters? He didn't have the power for the Dread Piano because of the sneak bash you pointed out. You don't like the letters idea. Okay. Yeah. Blood Crusher and Plague Marines. Yeah. Blood Crusher makes Ludus upgrade, and then Plague Marines don't really have enough Ducker to die. Alright, everyone disagrees with letters. Fuck me then. Alright, second game. Attila on Elder now, and a Lord General. This guy is a retail player, certainly. It shows. Shows a lot by now. We do get double Guardians at least. Yeah, okay. Another early gen build on a map with a pretty forward power farm.
Will these hairy animals never die out?
Oh. No power capture, what? So weird. And no. Okay, so he does get the Banshees, but late. And it's not like... Did he see it's Lord General? I don't think he did. Like, did he see it's Lord General and decided Banshees? Well, you can go back in the VOD and see if he already knew it was Lord General and therefore went for the Banshees. Because if he didn't plan... If he planned for the Banshees from the start, they were fucking late. And if he didn't plan for it, then why the fuck is there no power? And it's still no power. Did he just forget to drop? Oh my god. Yes, of course. But he was still having like 100 rec when the Banshee started to build. That's my point. I do agree with the Guardians before Banshee, because they come out 5 seconds earlier, so you have more capping power. But I disagree with floating 100 rec when you start building your 31.0 unit. Yeah. It's not the order, it's just that he could have built the third unit Banshee earlier. That's my problem. Alright. Shuriken. That's not a big surprise. I mean, I guess it could have been Rangers too, but what can you do? I guess our guy is not really used to the map as well, since it's not a retail map. Melee! What the fuck? Can bleed 1 or 2 more models if you melee, but he doesn't. He doesn't. Imagine how good he would be if he knew more about Elite Mod. Solid Division A, I would say. Nice to have people like that coming through. Teleport out of the Sentinel Stomp.
Adding warp generator.
Yeah, this is a map made by Adilas, which is kind of funny that he plays it in the tourney.
Our guardians have given their lives for our cause. Generator operation.
Oh, stomp hits. Domino knockback. Does a lot. Banshee's capping as they would against IG early on. They don't do much in the fights. So you just get them to have another capping unit and utilize them in tier 2 actually. Sentinel goes down. I can't see who did that, brother, but I would assume it was Tom coming in. Hello, Tom. Because today I don't have my second screen. Well, the Banshees can't really deal with these Rambos. Unless they special the hell out of them. Into their luck, I guess.
I trust there is purpose to this interruption.
Still retreats though, because Lord General would have been enough. Too much. No medical sergeant, which usually goes well with the Devils. Yeah, this does look like a spotter game. Smoke the weapons team and do the damage to the Guardians. So Adilla should have dropped his power earlier. Banshees will tear these guardsmen apart. So they do. Still kiting. No. Special came in and now the Banshees start dying. It's time to go. Ladies. 2 more die to the... How did they die to old reliable? I thought that thing was bugged and does way too little damage now. Don't know piano. So, equal tier 2 timing. But without the Sentinel, the Falcon seems pretty free. I mean, obvious decision. Am I wrong? Just eats that nade like a chat. Nice. Lost up the warp spider after all. And kill the Banshee model.
So they resist us.
Prepare to meet your sisters.
Yeah, Falcon and Spider Global seems to be the thing here. I mean, I do like Weight Guard and the Falcon as well, but I guess you can't have it all. And there's the Chimera, good choice. Chat already noted that that seems to be the only comeback play here.
We have lost a structure to the enemy. The destruction is complete. Generator operational.
Yano acts as if he was very good as if he knew what to do as Elder against Lord General, but we all know how his last tourney match as Warlock against Lord General went. So I don't know if we should listen to him. uh,
Support structure complete. Caution has its place as well.
Adilla decided Wraith Lord is the way to go. Not sure. I guess he can make a camp at his power. Ah, the weapons team, if it becomes a... Oh no! Chimera, miss micro. Way too close to the Wraith Lord, that's death. That's a dead Chimera, and therefore GG.
One less generator. Triumph is ours.
Yeah, what the fuck, Chimera. I don't know what happened. Maybe the tank trap fucked them over there. Who knows? If the Chimera kept driving and used this line of sight blocker, he would have at least taken some time off of the Wraith Lord, and once the last cannon was out, the Wraith Lord couldn't just rush the Chimera, and suddenly he would have had ranged advantage, shooting everything with his Chimera, trying to bleed him. But I guess Wraith God would have come out next, and then it would have been gone. Dilla's Echo looked way better, and Wraith God were not far off. That, or just haywire the fucking Chimera and still rush in with Wraith Lord. Everything goes. Yeah, weird. There was no rangers, and we did not see any IDs. That's kind of weird. Okay, so 1-1 in the series. We go into game 3, another IG versus Eldar. I will allow you to play music while I go to the toilet. Have fun.
Brother! Heretic! I mean, brother!
Alright, guys, I'm back. Sorry, it took a little longer than I expected. Let's go, game 3. Partially, yes. Alright, this time Warlock, again with the Double Guardian opener against Inquisitor. No L dropped. Fucking noobs. Can't read the rules. Shaking my head. In real life. I sharted. No. No. I don't want to go into further detail, okay? Can we just leave it like that? Triple Guardian build this time. No Banshees for the tier 2 shenanigans.
Victory support structure complete. Requisition point is in our hands.
And here comes... What is that? What? I mean, yes, I guess Elder usually don't have best bashing power, but
Our structures is being attacked.
still fucking weird. Yeah. Now the triple guardians can just push off this shit without any node. Did he use a destructor, or was that a energy drain due to fleet? Who knows? Yeah, just focus the fucking Sentinel and the Inquisitor. Oof, the Inquisitor did a special there, that could have been bad. What? The fuck is that? I mean, can't tell me he was busy microing his Warlock, can you? And here's a Stomp, because he's a retail player. Upgrades early Stomp. But it really helped him here. 2 ranges down. On the other hand, that same money could have went into fucking Flamer and the node would actually have died. Oh! Yeah. That almost killed the Sentinel. Oh my god. Yeah, that did kill the... Wow. Close as fuck. If he didn't repair, the Sentinel would have died. Yeah. Spotters are the thing to go. And the Warlock gets it. And gets level 2 with it. Because he killed so many fucking guardsmen. Oof. Have we seen a single hammer of the witches? I mean, 1 dead guardian per hammer, right? How much damage does it do? I forgot. Maybe it doesn't kill 1 anymore now that they are 110 HP per model.
We must arm them. Generator operational. A victory objective lies ahead.
These armaments shall find swift employment. Normal pace, Eldar.
I wonder if the Stomp was up. I wonder if he could have stomped the Warlock and got out. I mean, he stomped... Last time he stomped was here, the Rangers, I think, and it has like 30 seconds cooldown. Should have been up. And he was behind the line of sight blocker, but I guess if he stomped here, the Guardians would have made it here and shot him, and he was dead either way. So, Dylan nades. Okay. He was trying. Oof. Destructor from out of vision. But I guess just don't blob, bro. Warlock forced off though. After he killed 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. Who knows? Rangers on sideline duty. Ignoring everything but guardsmen. Guardsmen, of course, they can melee.
Support structure complete.
They will find nothing. They should decap this now or go for that. All I care. So both players almost starting tier 2. Good timing. Goes for the gate. Warlock gates though. Regenerating. I'm not sure. Drops the gate into his base but doesn't use it to regenerate his guardians.
Special weapons team is here.
Lucky not to lose a ranger model. To that hammer.
What do you require?
Oh my god, what? Okay, so we're checking to Avatar now, I guess.
We have succeeded in our objective.
What's going to be the choice for our
New
Chimera
units are
again?
now
Alright.
available to us. Let this blade strike terror in the foes of Eldar.
2 hours later. Yeah, decides to not do that. No warlocks.
The enemy has 200 points remaining. They seek to overwhelm me.
Oh, corners, really?
He is claiming a victory point.
Come on, do the jumpy into corners. Oh, unlucky special. And now stunned. Couldn't do the jumpy into corners. Sad. Vagrant would have hit 3 by now, I think. He's a master of that shit. I mean, it's not that hard to pull off.
Our webway gate is under enemy attack.
But it's been a few months since I practiced, so I don't know if I would still manage to. And here's a Chimera to bash that gate. I mean, he does use spotters now, so he starts to adapt to elite.
What is my
Winston Brightlands, same
The
idea as
signal
last
brains are
time.
overheated.
this land says the void?
One of our generators is
In weapon team with the anti-knockback upgrade. Sergeant coming in now. If only he upgraded the last cannon first. I guess the anti-knockback is good against rangers. Good area denial. Even kills the rangers now. The last cannon, I don't think it can go into the Chimera. Yeah. Since the Chimera is already full. Probably should have retreated something else. Very nice area denial. Loved it.
the foe seeks to
Too bad the last cannon came in late because he wanted the fucking knockback resistant first for some reason. And he could have not retreated it if he just, I don't know, could have just popped one of its guardsmen out of the Chimera, retreated it, and kept the last cannon on the field by putting it into the Chimera. Yeah, Autark to deal with the last cannon. Or warp spiders, really. Maybe warp spiders would be even better. They can still teleport on this, melee it, and haywire the Chimera at the same time. And then hope the enemy is too busy kiting this forest together with him coming in, so that he doesn't do too much damage to the warp spiders. Oh, there's leap. No corners though. I mean, why would you on a hero? No warlocks either. And no tier 3. Okay, what? Is it okay, is the second Waste Lord then? Or warp spiders? Waste Guard, okay. Fine.
Death has struck among our warriors.
Funny fight, man. Oh. Both decide it's not worth it.
as it was foreseen. One of our generators is under attack.
Here they come. Warlock's upgrading. Someone explained to me why he doesn't go Cloak of Shadows. I mean, seems pretty obvious, doesn't it? Oh no! Yeah. Spotters down, last cannon down. That was a harsh fight to come back from, I'd say. I mean, Ogrins are fine. There's already corners, which can control them long enough for the Wraith God to suppress them. But I guess when the Wraith Guard shoot the Ogrins, at least they don't shoot the Guardsman or the Chimera. Yeah. Good choice to back up there. Hopefully he will retreat the Inquisitor soon. Yes, does so. Weapons team setting up. Not getting the upgrade yet. And yeah, that's how corners kinda counters the Ogrins. Also is his only power melee weapon, so the auto attacks also deal good damage to the Ogrins. Laskin comes in finally, but the Wraith Lord makes it out. The Wraith Guard just go tank. They could use their heal now, but kinda have to get out, don't they? Because that Commissar is killing them. Well, they are just heavy infantry armor, so the piercing of the Chimera is not useless against them.
We are losing a victory objective. Do not falter here, for victory is within reach.
So 2 gates now, so at least the Wraith Guard can make it back to the field quite quick, just like the Warlock just did. Honest? Hello? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That hurts. So it's a singular model left. But reinforced from the Chimera, instantly jumped in. And there's another one. I don't know. Oof. Didn't make it into the gate in time.
Give me a task.
Attila is so far ahead in VP. He forces him off mid once the game's over.
It is time to add to our war panoply.
Both kinda wreck starved.
What do you require?
And finally Cloak of Shadows is in. Warthog gets the luxury blade. Attila just camps his power for now.
A warlock has arrived to guide us to victory.
Hello. Wraith Guard. Wraith Lord is still being healed, and the Warthog just randomly seems to solo the enemy army. That was weird. Could be helpful against the Ogrins with a little jumpy.
Our forces shall have tools for their task.
Everyone waiting for the other to go in. Goes into the Chimera in time, so no guardsmen fall victim to the Wraith Guard. They are level 3 already. How the hell did they make it to level 3 in that time? Good position here with heavy cover and everything. Threatening the decap. skips a Guardian mode. I did not know that Use Your Head did friendly knockback. I learned something new today. Because you usually just use it when you're in melee with enemy units and there is no second melee unit of IG really. Weird nades. Kinda area denying. But just kinda. Warlock goes down. The shield falls victim to domino knockback. Last cannon is not set up for some reason. Grenades are out, but the Autarch is back, so that can keep the last cannon from firing. And he doesn't retreat it! Oh my god, it's going down again. Those last cannons. Okay, tier 2 Rosarius. Feels like weird. Wow. Okay, instantly kills 4 Guardians to keep that Adela rack low. And he's on a triple cap. Wraith Lord level 3 is just being kited. I mean, if you're tier 2, the other thing is better, right? It gives you invulnerability, it gives her speed, so she can just run in and tie up the Wraith Guard for as long as she is invulnerable. Dilla has 450 power now. And the Autarch is now threatening to kill the Chimera melee with the rear armor hits and her insane speed. Yeah, Wraith Lord is coming close enough. Ooh. Does he not have any time to repair that thing? Where's the guard? Anywhere but where he needs them. Stops, and that's dead. Ogrins can't really deal with the level 3 Wraith Lord. Seems iffy now. He almost did it, but that fight again wasn't too nice. Autarch on a cap. And if Adilla just keeps it with the gate, then this should be game.
Triumph is ours.
And the players agree. He throws everything away just... Well, throws away. He loses everything just when he made it to tier 3. With good resources. Just a little longer and it would have been a Lemur Russ or, I don't know, Kazakin, something. Pretty close for third game. I like it. But Adilla advances. Barely. Alright. What else do we have? Torpid versus Newlahan. We are here. Loses round 2. Torpid versus Newlahan. And after that, Vagrant versus Asmon. Okay. These two. I don't know which one was first. I'll just go with this. Yeah. Just... Date formats, bro. We have Torpid on the Warboss against Chaos Lord. Same map where Adilla threw his Orks. Will being the good guy, putting the L where it belongs. But Torpid remembers it too. Bullion just... no, does a small L count too? Does the system recognize that? I don't even know. Yeah, I agree. Send the sluggers out alone. Warboss with the shooters. He can deny the approach for the heretics onto the shooters. If CSM show up, he can force melee on them so the shooters can bleed some heretics, or maybe force off the Chaos Lord. You do not want to engage with him with a Warboss because he can just do that. He fucks up your bathing. The Warboss didn't get, like, this is the first hit he gets in because the Chaos Lord stands still to do some damage on these heretics. Sluggers meet the heretics, but with the CSM support they can't fucking do it, and that's risky as fuck. Warboss retreats for some reason. I guess he accidentally retreated the wrong unit here. Full HP Warboss retreat. And the heretics don't even turn around and fuck with the shooters. They should, really should. Node goes down, and he retreats, rightfully so. Yeah, and Havocs. That would be most expected builds here. What is not expected is the Warboss going for looters instead of Storm Boys, especially Torpid. I mean, he's the biggest Storm Boy lover right now. Him not going for that is super weird. I do not understand. Looters, in my opinion, are pretty useless against Chaos Lord. Against Chaos, well, it's just, I'm just fucking bad with looters. Don't listen to me. I'm just way too bad with them, so I can't do shit. The Chaos Lord can actually A-move them now. Two shooters will not keep him from it. Look at this shit. Well, it is what it is. Good to 1.5 unit, isn't it? Couple of shooters go down. Just one, really? Two. Okay, three. All right. My feeling did not disappoint me. Stormboys, anyways. Really, just Painboy instead of the looters. But that's just my idea of anti-chaos. Yeah, not like I don't think I agree with this. Like 3 models, when they can just recap it instantly, that's not worth it. I think I remember a game of myself that Torpid casted on his YouTube channel once, and I did exactly that. I traded like 2 or 3 models to finish capping a rack point, and he was like, "That's never worth it. Just retreat." Okay, Torpid, that's never worth it. Just retreat. So, return the favor. Now that the Storm Boys are out, he's going for the timing push on the enemy gen farm, isn't he? Nope. Just caps and reveals the position of his troops. Alright. Shooters alone. Yeah. I do. I mean, it's hard. He got bashed the node. What I would want in this position is one big shooter to suppress the fucking CSM and possibly Noise Marines coming, or even the Havocs on approach. You want that one suppression on demand, I think, and Warboss spiky armor, maybe Big Storm now that it's buffed, I don't know. But one tanky armor because Chaos has trouble with that, dealing with that. That a lot of stuff, and he's already behind on the tech, so no upgrades is better. And the burners, of course, does go for the burners. Those are quite important.
Orks on the roll.
Yeah, Looter is forced off. Those the Havocs though. I wonder why they didn't go into the building. I guess he keeps the Looters on the field. Somehow. Was there no... I guess there was no Doom Blast, so they could actually kite. That was not ideal. Now the big shooters come in. He's far from tier 2. And the Blood Crusher's coming. Yeah, bashing Chaos when the Blood Crusher's on the way, quite useless. Bullion still has some map? How does he fucking lose this? Look at the... What? No. Does he win against Torpid here? Love it. Waiting for the throw. Waiting for the throw. Quit defending your power, it does nothing. I mean, at least do it in a way where you don't bleed so much. Where you bleed the orc more than he bleeds you. I guess he tries. Havoc should have been into heavy cover here. Light cover is no cover. Heavy cover is heaven. Always remember that, kids. Yeah, that's what you want. Sluggers on the side lane, there's nothing that can beat them. Because Warboss Globals exist, so AC can't 1v1 them and nothing else. Not so good in tier 2 when that's a Blood Crusher out, because that can certainly 1v1 them, but... Well... Good bash. That will... If he bashes him nicely now, which we probably will, because Hope has nothing against the Blood Crusher, that will delay some knobs in tier 2 on the Sluggers and Stormboys. Okay, time to... yeah. Would have preferred use your choppers here, because they win it anyways, so... Save 10 red, use the cheaper global, and do more damage. Well, they win it anyways if they use a global, but which one doesn't matter. And I kind of prefer to keep the damage resistant one for army versus army fights. I like the AC purchase. Don't quite like that they don't have aspect, I was about to say. Eternal War upgrade. But I guess you can't have it all when you're looking to buy a Dreadnought? He is getting out ratted a bit much, I think. I don't think the Blood Crusher should have stayed here bashing. It should have kept hunting Orc units, bleeding them. Heretics would have been perfectly able to finish this bash alone. And now the beam is out. Instantly gets away from it. Yeah, there was nothing to gain here. Good retreat. Where's the Dreadnought, really? I guess you can do that against Orcs with how bad the AV is, but that's a free, quote-unquote, claw on the Warboss. And another tank buster, I guess. I guess I can agree on that. Blastmaster would be better. No. I don't know. Dreadnought is nice. It's fine. Snip, snip, little runs. Claws coming in. That's the way these heretics can beat the sluggers even when Warboss globals are coming in. Blood sacrifice. Global versus a global. The more expensive one wins. We get the big baseball bat on the Warboss. We potentially peel for his Dreadnought. Yeah, Top is reddening very successfully because in tier 2 Care suddenly doesn't have many units that can 1v1 the Orc units. Which is why I think Bully Hand should really focus on this part of the map. Keep the VPs, maybe even build his power here so he can completely ignore the other side of the map. Keep this, make up camp here. Maybe even put a fucking corn shrine there, but well, I guess that just asks for tank busters to barrage it. Warboss finally makes it to level 2, got the spiky in tier 2. Because, yeah, if you want to utilize that claw, you need to be a little more tanky. And the map control is really a problem for Bullihan. Army vs army fight straight up, you would win easily. And the doggo went down. I missed how the doggo went down. I mean, must have been the looters, right? Uh-oh. Okay, no vision on the looter. A looter has no vision on the Dreadnought is what I mean. Meant. I guess a squad of fucking bloodletters. They can solo on the sides and beat melee units, beat anything 1v1. Anything but the Warboss. And if they can't beat it, they can jump out, you know, or phase out, buy a lot of time. I think he needed bloodletters. The Dreadnought, look at that, he didn't do much. AV was already there, it's a free claw, as I said. I think bloodletters to go on the sides with one heretic and all the other army holding this plateau. Oh look, bloodletters. You realize it is now. He does realize now. Well, you could also I mean, if these have all the upgrades and are normal Marines and slaughters up, they can somewhat side lane. It's just when the Storm Boys come, it becomes bad without heretic support. His problem is not winning army versus army fights, it's just getting outmaneuvered. I mean, what can you send capping as Chaos? You can send your Chaos Lord. I don't know, give him Lightning Claws so he can beat anything. You can send the CSAM with Slaughter, they can beat a lot, but Sluggers and Stormboys are still hard. You can send Bloodletters, but Bloodletters without Worship, kinda iffy. And the Warboss melee can have globals. So I guess Lightning Claw Chaos Lord is the best bet. Because Torpid didn't have a truck for the longest time. So Chaos Lord on the sides. And the whole army trying to hold this plateau. Pressuring VPs. That I think would have been the play. I mean, it's not like you need the power as Chaos Tier 2. Just give it up, hold the plateau. You're not actually giving it up that much if Chaos Lord just goes down here over and over and over again. Yeah, don't give me money. Let me keep pulling the prize money for these tourneys out of my ass. I mean, I think I have put like quadruple the amount of money into these prizes that I earned with Twitch, so yeah. I'm happy for any Prime sub. I don't really want you to give me actual money, but if you have a Prime sub laying around, might as well give that to me. Weirdo. One heretic went down.
This is absurd behavior. Mr. Chief, face the camera.
Gut. Do autocannons ignore cover, by the way? Can anyone tell me? Yeah, okay. So putting the weirdo in cover there would have been pointless. That was my idea. What's weirdo doing? Forgot the bloodlust. Alright. Dead. And that seems like game. I mean, you know, truck busters, but have you ever seen looter busters? Truck looters? Looter trucks? Whatever. Like, if you put looters in a truck, it should get an upgrade to looter tank, really. I mean, it's a truck, you get looters inside, you get the idea. Yes, Val, this is the last orc tourney. You remember... Haven't seen you in a long time. Nice to have you back. Where have you been? You remember the third I Bet You Can't Win with Orks Cup that you won? I guess you remember that. This one was the fourth one. And, well, I'm not gonna spoiler, but yeah, no spoilers. I will shut up right here, right now. So, first game, that was this. Off to the second. Torpid on Orks again. Yeah. Just win a tourney and retire. That's what you did. Hopefully you didn't. Please come back. So, Eversol Assassin against Kanop. Let's go.
Strategic point spotted here.
Infiltration is known to be pretty good against Automalius. So that is what Kanop will try to abuse, since he does have his own infiltration and the global and IDs and whatnot.
Deploying support installation.
Yeah, that's the tourney this Friday. Why don't you join us, Val?
Hostile forces are in spotting range.
There lies the key to victory.
Double Sluggers,
Installation deployed.
I certainly agree, because they,
Your brothers
unless the strikes are super lucky, can beat the strikes early on, and then you can actually pressure the power, because normally they would have a gen here. Yeah, there it is. Bullyhand does like to push with the 0 and his strikes anyways, and just like Torpid, I'm often out of position to defend it probably. Torpid did the right thing to retreat instantly here. Lost 2 boys for it. But he can now easily bash while still killing some ISTs. 2 down to the Kanop and retreats in the end. Big old retreat by Bullyhan. Does not see himself defending this
Shall not be humbled.
without
Stormtroopers here to reinforce. Order.
these troops here, and I agree. Even when the perks come out, Kano would have just meted them. The ISTs don't do enough damage to force off sluggers from a bash. So, unless he upgraded Sergeant as well, there was no way for this to be very much successful.
That's a critical spot, no doubt.
Only need one model with a stun bomb there and tries to keep kiting. Bullion doesn't pursue for some reason. He should know that there's just one slugger on there and that any to 1.5 unit will need some time, but doesn't. Went for the more careful approach, which is fine. Reveals its perks though, when they could have just sneaked this way into the power farm and started bashing.
Support installation deployed.
Once revealed, Kanop would go there and anything else would rotate. So we do have the double sluggers on one side and the rest of the Orc army on the other.
The enemy is inflicting losses on our forces.
Not sure. I mean, this looks like beatable for Automalians, really.
Orc marauders are taking a victory point from us.
I don't understand it. If we just stood there and fought, focused Kanop with everything, Kanop would have had to retreat by the time Stormboys came in.
Installations are under the enemy's onslaught.
And then Strikes could fight the Storm Boys under Purgation Fire and won. And there was an Eversor as well, you know. He could have been on the shooters this whole time, bleeding them. ISTs went down at some point, I guess. Where did they go down?
Deploying plasma generator.
No one knows. Who was tired? Tom.
Plasma generator deployed. And
May have been on the screen.
the enemy is taking one of our power nodes.
Well, I wouldn't know why they think it's a good K-Nob map. I can tell you.
We have 300 points remaining.
I do know what they mean by the early play was greedy, like the push here on this wreck point with the strikes and the Eversor trying to force an army versus army fight. That was greedy. I mean, if he actually fought it, that would have been a good play, but Torpid is smarter than that. He just retreated and sent his K-Nob and Sluggers here.
We are sustaining losses to enemy action.
And since he got the bash in and forced off Eversor and strikes with that macro play, yeah, that was basically GG. Like when the Eversor and the strikes had to retreat here, and he got the gen and the node, like he bashed the whole farm at that point and forced off the main part of the enemy army for just losing 2 Orc Boy models. That is a huge advantage,
Our demon hunter reached level 2.
and I don't think there was any coming back from that. Unless Torpid fucked something up majorly. And then for some reason he fought the next fights terribly, like this one, where I explained that Automalis should have, in my opinion, won that fight.
We are branded with the mark of the
He just
defeated.
didn't and kept running for some reason. Super weird. Super weird. Well, I don't know why they think it's an amazing K-Nob map. Yes, Orks do profit from the double natural energy thing, but so do Eldar and Automelius, so that's not a huge thing. Orks also profit from the power farms not being super safe on this map. While this one is way safer than this one, because here you have more line of sight blockers that keep the enemy from approaching from his base and defending his power. I mean, look where this power is and where the line of sight blocker is. Like, you can, if they bash this power, you have to go here to defend it. While this one, you can, if you have the range, you can basically shoot from here, you know, from your own base. This turret could shoot this power generator. It has line of sight. While here, this turret, far from it. So this one is way less safe than the upper one, and that's an symmetrical problem on this map. But even this one, which is safer than the bottom one, is pretty unsafe compared to maps like Caldera's Desert and shit. And since Orks do have a lot of DPS, they always have good bashing potential, and therefore unsafe power farms are good for Orks. That's the only reasons I see here, really. Then Automalius isn't the fastest race, so big map doesn't really give them any advantage. I mean, Orks are equally slow, but they have usually more starting troops. So unless the Automalius player goes for double ISTs, which is totally doable against Orks and a viable build if you ask me, then, well, it's gonna get hard. And we've seen why. Especially, like, if you do a 2-unit opener, you usually want to position defensively so you don't get bashed. And what he did is going super aggro here, which is basically next to the enemy farm, so that leaves yours way open. That's the opposite of a defensive positioning and the greedy play that these two have been chatting about. So Topit moves on, Dullahan, Newlahan, Bullyhan, whatever, drops out of the tourney. And with that, we are down to Vagrant versus Asmon. Let's go. Game number 1.
This is absurd behavior.
Yeah.
Mr. Chief,
Yes.
face the camera.
Elder Mirrors. Super problematic. What can you do? It's boring as fuck. But on the other hand, I smell it's not gonna last too long. Yeah. Feels like a win for Esmond when there's a Farseer on the other side. But we'll see. Similar builds for now. On the other hand, Vagrant has the better side, so that's something. Yeah, the Warp Spider does feel like a superior hero in the mirror. Because Elder are squishy and he can bleed them. Not the best teleport though. These Banshees are about to get guided. Oh, oh no! Lucky specials all over the place. Farseer forced off. But Vagrant's Banshees are in a way better position here because both his Guardians could support all the fucking time while these had to move up and these had to move up. And that's the Warp Spider and Banshees wiped. Nothing you can quite come back from in the mirror.
Triumph is ours.
And Asmon throws in the towel. So that's one game for Vagrant. These are real Dawn of War 2 games, not that YouTube cast shit you usually see. No, we can't have a game sub 20 minutes because that would ruin algorithm and I don't have enough viewers, whatever. So off to game 2. Yeah. Janu loves short games, so he would have loved this one. Alright. Reverse roles. This time Vagrant has the Warp Spider and Asmon is down to Warlock.
Finish this now.
Warp Spider goes down the garrison path. Same builds again. Note to self: Go double guardians in the mirror. Seems to be the way.
Strategic location spotted.
Oh, don't go double Geo and mirror. Okay. Experts in the chat seem to disagree. Yeah, I thought Elder mirrors are all about the ranger spam. So usual start double gen, double rangers into tier 2. Wave lords and warp spiders. Yeah. Chat seems to agree. Which is why the Elder mirror is so boring, because the build is quite cookie cutter and it's just fucking sniper wars. The only interesting thing about it is how you place your shields. And if shield placement is the most interesting part of the game, then you have a pretty boring fucking game.
Resetting death spinners for increased filament production. Generator operational here.
Death Spinner. So early hero upgrades from both sides actually. Channeling runes. But shortly before your channeling runes are ready, better fucking waste all your energy. Oh my god, these banshees would own if he had the fucking energy for channeling runes. They do still, and they get healed a lot. But that destructor cost him a lot there. I mean, if the channeling runes were in from the start of the fight, a whole different story. But he wasted his energy on destructor, so the channeling runes were late. Just in time still to save the banshees. Yeah. The she-on-she gambles are quite weird. And Esmond loses his. Yeah. Vagrant says he gambled that she-on-she because he used the Death Spinner to stun his she's. So it was 5 models against 4. Ah! Ah! Aspect of Fleet Miss kind of saves the Banshees there. Making it to the Shuriken a little faster due to the little leapy leap.
They have turned the tables. Say on.
This node now churns for the benefit of the craft law.
We must arm for even crueler warfare. The foe seeks to deprive us of a vital resource point. Our forces shall have tools for their task.
And there's some ranges finally. No ranges on Asmon.
We could set up an
And he got a 3rd Guardian after losing his Banshees. Weird. But I guess he felt he needed some more army. Oh my god, Elder on Elder action is so boring.
We are losing a requisition point to the enemy. An opportunity to improve myself.
Okay, Warp Spiders badly orientated here. I dodged the grenade with the TP. That shuriken needs to go, yeah. Now the knockback on the Guardians. Asmon's slowly bleeding to death. Oh, sorry. Did not hide the spoiler. Curse me. Curse me indeed. Oh, holy shit, it's late. Okay, last series for today. But at least I have finished the losers round 2 then. So all the other matches of this tourney should be doable next week, and since we have a tourney on Friday, the week after that, we will start the next tourney games. Hooray! If the tourney is interesting, though. If there's just 2 or 3 good players in there, maybe not. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Basically just Cry and Piano. So maybe I'll cast that series and that's it. I mean, I will try to play too, but yeah. Hey, maybe I'll make 3rd place once. Oh.
Our prey forgets its place. Behold how we are trapped behind a blanket of fire.
I'm just gonna hate playing on a Friday. I mean, not that I perform super well otherwise, but I will perform even worse on a Friday. Worn out by a long fucking week. That Warlock.
Overhaste is dangerous. Remain out of sight.
An opportunity to improve myself.
The enemy has targeted us.
Yeah, that's it. Rangers, Warp Spiders, and Wraith Lords. And Asmund is trying with a Falcon. Don't know how that's gonna work, but I don't even know how that's supposed to work. But maybe, who knows? Ooh! Good nade into knockback. So that's how you do it. You nade them and then you kinetic afterwards. Noted.
It is a fusillade. The shots came from that direction. They use fire on us. Only fools rush.
Our rangers have met their end.
So they resist us.
Well, I guess at least he has triple guardians to go with a Falcon. So theoretically, could just try to out-repair the Wraith Lord. Lucky that Wraith Lord missed his... Oh, he keeps missing. Transport bug spotted. I guess that's why you don't go right lens against the Falcon, I don't know.
An exarch emerges from the Warp Spider Shrine.
Oh yes. And the Brightlands in the back, yes. Where are the warp spiders though? Also banshees can just do whatever the fuck they want now. Pawn is coming around. Esmond's trying to get some map back. And that's a dead falcon. Come on, jump it, Haywire. Hello? No? Okay. Not then. Guess there's no need for such risky action. There's the Haywire. Melee on the Brightlands, and well, that should be a dead falcon, right? Yeah. And that's probably game then.
The enemy has targeted us. We are losing a victory objective.
Asmon is bleeding way too much to afford a tier 2 unit anytime soon. And slap. 2 models down. Going on here, Rangers vs Warlock.
We are locked with the enemy.
Sometimes for the Warlock. Doesn't kill anything though. Tier 3 from Asman? What? He's trying to pull this off with a Seer console or what?
The reinforcements are most welcome.
I mean, I get that. I just don't know what this is supposed to do.
Let our enemies forego all hope, for the banshee howls their
Need only a destination. That point would provide both vantage and dominion. It is a fuselage. The enemy is claiming a victory point.
Crack shot. Good night, piano. I wonder if they both would have vetoed Elder in the 3rd game. The runes! Splat. Like, he's already dead. His pistol shooting into nowhereness, always hated that on the single kill. Always hated it. Like, name 2 wargears that have worse synergy. Ah, wait.
They lose fire upon us. Our prey.
Okay, no reaction to the grenade. What was he microing? No one knows. Vagrant, kinda sleepy.
The enemy has 200 points remaining. The foe seeks to deprive us of a vital resource point. We have domain history.
Yeah.
An exarch emerges from the warp spider shrine. It is a fuselage. As it was stated.
Yeah, crack shot can offset heavy cover, sadly. Not gonna work. And she's barely took any damage from that ethereal flash. They fleet of foot they could get. Yeah, there's the fleet of foot. Weird hoppings. How did the what? What?
More cautiously now.
The enemy has 100 points remaining. We are assembled.
Enemy fire!
Dear Council, he actually got the Council out and goes for the heavy melee spears. Because the Wraith Lord exists. But I'm not sure you actually want to melee a Wraith Lord with the Seer Council. I mean, it's still vehicle armor, so you do 50%, and it has melee resistance, so you do even less. Look at this shit. I mean, there's a lot shooting them as well, but it's just hopeless.
Blood.
Triumph is ours.
And that's it. Game over. Megan wins it. Sorry we finished today with such a boring series, but what can I do? I just did them from top to bottom, didn't think about interestingness, which totally is a word. Don't add me. Alright guys, we're done for today. Next time we do all the rest of it, and I'll see you hopefully on Friday if I can make it. Otherwise, weekend, Monday, something. Alrighty. Have a good one.